Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at my first build ever, which is very late, but hey, I only got them now. Legends Limited Android 17, and actually, weirdly enough, a great time to get him, because he's seen a resurgence. Not just because of the anniversary, he actually got a bit of a boost prior to anniversary with his Plat equip being released, and that was huge. Obviously, which helps a lot. So yeah, his Plat was big for him. That is the first equip you'll see on the screen. It's very crucial towards how he does as a unit. It's very, very critical into how he functions. It's a huge change up for him. We'll talk about that specifically in the video just now. But 17's seen a big resurgence. A lot of that is because his Plat is very good. Obviously, he is a Universal Survival Saga boost as well. He's giving a lot as well in that situation, depending on your Z ability boost. 38% blast attack and strike defense, and 18% extra blast defense. So it's a lot of defense just overall from his boost, and he himself is really good. He himself is really good, always has been really good. I think he rivals Blue Trunks, so Blue Trunks, people say, is a unit that's been good 3 times, right? Upon release, upon Plat, and upon Zenkai. And Android 17 right now, I'd say, has been good on release, and good with Plat. And the question is now, will he be good with the Zenkai eventually? But I think he rivals Trunks in that regard, as one of those units that seemingly they just seem to get right. And yeah, there's a big reason for that, and a lot of it's because he is a support function unit that does a great job of supporting his team. If you look at his passives, for example, so he has extra damage against fusion warriors. This will always come in handy. There's at any given point in time at least one fusion that's irritating everyone. Somewhere along the lines they'll definitely release one with this Annie or after or Legends Fest. Like, there's always a fusion. Then basically what he has is really good. So he nullifies attribute downgrades to allies when the battle starts. He nullifies abnormal conditions once to allies. So immediately right off the bat, he immediately kind of brings a level playing field to the battle. Then he restores his own health when it reaches 0. When he enters the battlefield, he draws a blast art. He restores his ki. Every time an ally uses an art, he gets plus 10% to damage inflicted. He gets -1 to arts cost. Then, when an ally activates Rising Rush, he gives a big boost to ally Rising Rush damage. He inflicts all enemies with an attribute downgrade. And then, when he performs a Vanishing Step, if his unique gauge is full, he restores his Vanishing Gauge. So he's a double Vanishing Step unit. Those are always very, very difficult to deal with in PvP. His second passive, he's got cover change against blast arts attacks, which is very good. It can combo into a special move. Every time an ally is hit with an enemy's arts attack, it will restore his unique gauge. When his unique gauge is full, he restores his health, gets increased damage, has a decrease or a downgrade to the enemy, removes their Dragon Balls, and seals their main ability, all of which is really, really good. When an enemy activates a special arts move or a special move, he will shorten ally substitution time accounts, cancel enemies' attribute upgrades and buffs, which is big. That's the very big part, his cancellation of the enemy's buffs. And every time an enemy uses a special move, when he is on the battlefield or on standby, he'll restore allies' health, which is amazing, which happens even if he's defeated, and he inflicts them with a decrease to their damage. So when you combine him with these heavy soak special move, like if you look at Blue UI Goku, for example, he has a lot of special defense, and throwing in this Android 17 alongside him gives him even greater special defense. It's very, very, very impressive. I think it's very, very, very impressive. So for me, I personally really like Android 17, because I think his synergy, his combo, his ability to work with everyone, is something that is truly amazing. And it's, yeah, just the way he layers. If we look at, for example, his special, his green, so special art, huge as well. Gives him increased damage, increases his own Oscar draw speed level, shortens ally substitution counts, restores his own key. If his unique gauge is full, it nullifies enemy cover change effects, gives increased damage to allies as well, and if not full, it charges his unique gauge, so very critical there. His ultimate arts, his special moves, all of those work great, fantastic, nice, good special damage. The platinum equip, very, very big for him. So the platinum equip was really well done. I think obviously stat-wise, as everyone knows, big stats on first slot, big stats on second slot, so all of that stuff working pretty much as everyone anticipates it to work. Big stats here, big stats there, all functioning as people want, as people do, and I think that, you know, works really, really well. Then, in terms of the third slot, this is where I think they did pretty well. So basically, he has 75% increased unique gauge charge rate. Very, very important. The way enemies shred you now, or can shred you, him having such a low gain rate on his unique charge wasn't great. You know, you weren't really kind of getting the benefits of his unique gauge activating, which really was a little bit, I guess, difficult for him to kind of handle. If you then look at the other benefits, so reducing impact damage, great, 15% impact damage reduction is very, very good, very helpful. And then increasing damage inflicted by 50% once unique gauge is full also makes him much more of an offensive threat, which I think is very, very good. He also nullifies his own attribute downgrades for 15 timer counts if his unique gauge is full when he uses a special art. So really just assisting that unique gauge refresh. And because his unique gauge is so good with the healing, with everything, the benefits it gives on the green card, the blue card, etc., you're going to see him used a lot. And like I mentioned, he is worth using. Honestly, to cut a long story short, he's really good. It's very difficult to explain, I think, for people who haven't been playing Legends for a long time, but this is one of those units where it just seems like everything he has always seems to help you in some way. If you look at the nullification of downgrades, right, it's just something that helps. It's not about whether it's a time or a place or what units meta. It's just something that always helps. Your team doesn't start on a back foot. If you look at things like the Rising Rush damage, always helpful, guaranteeing one-hit KOs with Rising Rush. If you look at things like his special damage cover, that's huge. When he's on standby or on the battlefield, he restores health, he reduces their damage, and like, it's just big, because a lot of characters will have these, you know, big increases to the special damage. Like, you'll see a lot, say, plus 30% special damage, plus 30% special damage, plus 30% special ultimate damage. And so they just basically have that nullified and then reduced even further, no matter where he is really honestly pretty good. And like, I think for me, his way that he impacts a battlefield, whether he's on the battlefield or off the battlefield, is incredibly good. And for me, I like him. I really do. I think he's really good. I was always upset that I didn't have him. There were stages where he wasn't big in the meta, but he was always just kind of decent. Like, it's very difficult to say a time where he wasn't to some degree helpful. Not always super top relevant, but to some degree always a helpful, useful unit to have. So I think if you are someone who's like, should I use Android 17? Is he still good? Firstly, with his plat, he's 100% still relevant. I actually think he's still borderline, well, not still, but he is now a top 10 unit in the game. Maybe a top 15. He is very, very, very good. Like, I don't think I can underestimate or undersell how useful he is. I think, honestly, the biggest issue with him is he's an Android, so Android's team is a little bit all over the place at times with buffs and everything. And I think the only other issue is that he's a USS unit. So, like, he only fits onto really 2 teams. like he can't really benefit from Saiyan Burst, Fusion Warrior. Like he's never going to be a relevant unit on those meta heavy teams, movie hero, stuff like that. But he's good. Like he's good. He functions great. Everything about him is fantastic. And, I mean, you can even talk about his ultimate arts. Like his ultimate arts, which you get from his main ability, is huge. Big ultimate damage up, nullifies enemy restoration health effects, nullifies unfavorable element factors when there's a defeated enemy, increases your Dragon Balls. Like he helps with Rising Rush control. And when you look, like I say, when you look at the units you compare with right now, as of this video, Blue MUI Goku really boosts. Like Blue MUI Goku can tank special moves like you can't believe alongside Android 17. You look at Goku Frieza. They benefit so much from him, giving them that additional health recovery tankiness that just prevents him from being one-hit comboed into oblivion. The Rising Rush component, the Rising Rush control factor, which is always so crucial in PvP. Dragon Balls up, Dragon Balls down. He's just very, very crazy. Just one of the, like I say, one of those units with a good kit. You can't really argue with it. So, yeah, look, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of Android 17. If you think he's good or not good, or if you've used him or not used him, etc. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, how you value him. And yeah, that's it from me. See you next time. Bye.